kind of say yes to possibility, what you'll receive is just amazing. Growing up, I was really privileged, I would say. I'm extremely lucky that I attended church, and my whole family did, my brother did. My mum was very active, she was a Sunday school teacher. Unfortunately though, you go to university, life happens, and I moved away from the church for a while. But whenever I was having tough points and periods in my life, I'd always end up going to find a local church. Didn't feel worthy of God's love at times. As soon as my daughter was born, I really wanted to go back to church. I really wanted her to have that upbringing. And I never really looked back. The first time I walked into church, I was just so overwhelmed with that feeling of being back home. I just burst into tears. This instant release of being back where I belong, and this joy. And then from there, I just found myself saying yes and yes more to things, volunteering with Chris Dingle, things, things I'd done when I was younger. And it was all kind of coming full circle back. But my relationship with God, it was just so much more deeper. I feel like I need to change. Something was going on, I could tell, bubbling. And I remember it was clear as day. I was sitting on the sofa and Liz and I were exchanging messages. I remember my exact words to Liz in this message were, and I've been praying obviously and asking God to show me the path, what's going on, asking questions, trying to listen. And I said to her, but I know God's got a plan for me. Within a minute, my friend Kate messaged me, and she's seen a Facebook post about a role. Just say, Becky, I've seen this. I'm not sure it's for me. Just want to put on the radar. Is there anything else? And then she came back to me and was just like, well, we've got this new role, Laura, for operations team lead for Rural Cluster 1, the River Vault. And she said, do you want to come around to the Vicarage for coffee? And I was a bit like, oh, okay. A bit nervous. And I went along, and straight away I was like, I've got to apply for it. I mean, I've never expressed that to Becky. I've always said to her, I went away and thought about it, but I literally walked out there and thought yes straight away. Sitting here now, 3 months into the role, what I've learned and what I've done, it's just amazing. I don't think I've ever been this happy, which just sounds crazy to say it out loud, and it actually makes me feel a bit emotional. But I don't think I ever have. I think I've had my child, everything's been wonderful. But in this moment, where I am, I don't think I've ever been this calm. And I think I'm just tipping the iceberg, which is amazing.